Good day and welcome to Mission Control Houston, where a team of flight controllers, some of them in festive garb, is following the activities aboard the International Space Station as the Expedition 34 crew continues its work and gets ready for the arrival of 3 new crew members. Today, the crew is working on a variety of different research and maintenance tasks, and also, of course, anticipating the arrival of Tom Marshburn, Chris Hadfield, and Roman Romanenko for a little pre-holiday party. Ford had a training session today on how to catch the fish that are part of the JAXA Medaka experiment. This is an osteoclast experiment that uses the bones of these tiny fish to determine how microgravity stays affect the human skeletal system. It's not always easy to catch the fish in the new aquatic habitat that's in the Kibo laboratory. The bubbles that develop in that habitat tend to obscure the fish, and so the training was well received by Kevin Ford today. He'll have an opportunity to talk with the investigators for that experiment about how that all went and any suggestions for improvement. Ford also today is removing and replacing the laboratory bacteria filter and the desiccants in the microgravity experiment research locker or incubator known as Merlin. Those help hold down the humidity levels in that locker. Oleg Novitsky did some maintenance on the air heater fan in the Soyuz that's currently docked to the station, and for a second day he did work with the lower body negative pressure experiment that is used to pull fluids that tend to collect in the torso of the body down into the lower extremities. In microgravity, your fluids tend to pull up into your torso because there's no gravity pulling down into the feet and leg area, and this lower body negative pressure experiment looks at whether some forced change in the distribution of bodily fluids can help astronauts better respond to the return to one gravity on Earth when they come home after 4 to 6 months on orbit. Yevgeny Tarelkin is doing some routine maintenance on the Electron system, that's the Russian oxygen generating system, as well as some emergency valves in the Russian segment of the space station. The crew is going to go to bed as usual about 3:30 p.m. Central Time today, but will have a 12-hour sleep period that'll help them shift their schedules to support a busy day of rendezvous and docking activities tomorrow as the Soyuz TMA-07M spacecraft, which is currently doing very well in orbit, makes its final approach to the International Space Station, delivering NASA's Tom Marshburn, Canada's Chris Hadfield, and Russia's Roman Romanenko. Our docking coverage for tomorrow will begin at 7:30 a.m. Central Time, and docking is planned for 8:12 a.m. Central. And then several hours later, we'll have the hatch opening and welcoming ceremonies aboard the space station. A reminder that during the holiday periods, you can send a special greeting to the crew on board the space station. That's available through the NASA internet at www.nasa.gov/external/postcard, and you can pick from one of 4 different holiday themes to send a note up to the crew.